There's something about dating J-Dubs. It comes with the territory. You know, numbers. First, he gets your number, and then he hits you up, and then you arrange a time to meet, and then there's a date. There might be a walk around the lake. There might be a swoop in the unfadable Grandad Mobile, and there will always be the NanaMIX 19 tracks of unfadable classic music that he made at 19 years old for his grandparents. The mix has sat in the car for 21 years, and when inheriting the automobile and it being shipped from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the mix was still in the car. It was a moment, driving down Airport Road in Moss Beach for the first time, realizing that the mix was still there, and the musical taste was still intact, and the intro on the mix of J-Dub doing his little thing, a little ode, a little homage into the microphone for his grandparents, was still intact. Something about burned CDs. We don't do it anymore. Something about the mixtape. Now it's a playlist, but a physical item where you can hand to a girlfriend, to a date, to a romantic interest and say, I love you, with 19 tracks of unfadable beats and rhymes, 19 tracks of swooners. That is love. And when J-Dubs drives you around the lake and parks in an unfadable view spot for smokes, laughs, and giggletron, you might be enticed for a kiss. And maybe J-Dubs is a little too much with the information. Maybe he says this classic soul R&B doo-wop is the perfect number to kiss you, and maybe that is when you kiss him, but maybe there is no kiss. And then there is a second date. And maybe upon driving around the lake again, he stops at another lake, unfadable spot, and says, this is another song off the NanaMIX. And then he pretends to drive into your neighborhood. Then he picks a spot on Warwick, deep in Adams Point, and somehow you end up in the back seat for a little coitus interruptus. A little anonymous vacay in the Oakland neighborhood of Adams Point on Warwick Street, and you end up in the back seat to mange his beak, and you love it. And actually, there is no greater romance than backseat, unfadable, Mercury Sable date night. And maybe he doesn't call for a while, but he thinks of you, and he sends you another mix, one that he made for his girlfriend from Brazil. You don't know that it's a mix for her 3 years ago, but it's still in his playlist charts, and the Joshua Walters on Spotify. And he sends it to you, and you say, wow, this is a DJ of romantic proportions. A Carlos Santana, 1999, San Francisco School of the Arts, class of '03, unfadable mixtape romancer that still dances in Berkeley and drives to Oakland for the same type of playbook date that you might find when you go on